Good morning, everybody. We are back on the job. I'm in the driveway today because these guys took up the whole street. Morning. You want to get this thing uncovered and then open the doors up? It poured last night. Absolutely poured. And you can see the bottom here has some mud, probably runoff from all the hill and that over there. But the good news is all the water drained through our subsoil, no problem. The good thing about that is we know we're not going to have any drainage issues under or behind the wall. And on top of that, our 3/4 stone drained very good too. People say that this fabric doesn't let water drain through. I'll show you right there. Is it wet? Yes, but the water drained through it, no problem. The plan today, seeing that I still have my ramp established from the driveway down there, before I dig that out, I want to be able to lay this walkway. Something I try to do on every project is make as little turf damage as possible. And if I can get this whole walkway laid from coming up and working through here, I won't have to come up and drive on this grass on this side. We're gonna focus on laying this up to where we have it prepped out, cut the edges, lay the border in. All right, well, basically just gonna take those off and put them aside so we can get a bucket of chipstone. Looking pretty good by eye. I check with the pipes. Set them with our hammer a little bit so we can get a true gauge where it's at. So in front of the step right there, that's right where we want it. We want it level at the step, and then once we go this way, that's actually a bit more than 1/8 right there, so about a 1/2 inch low right there. That's a perfect 1/8. That's too much of an 1/8, so what that tells me is this pipe is too high. I got to pull some stone down and away. This way, a little more than 1/8 as well. But that may just be what we have to do, because if I lift this pipe up more, our paver is going to be a lot higher than the grass. So the walkway may end up having to be more than 1/8 towards the driveway. Yeah, we might have to do a 1/4 pitch going that way. So basically what that told me, this side is high. So I'm going to pull the pipes up and I'm going to pull some of that stone towards the low side. How goes the battle?
I'm done.
A little better in shorts today?
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, here's your tool. Time to screed. Having nice steel pipes like these ones that I'm using for screeding is really important when it comes to any kind of paver project. You want a nice thick gauge steel that's not prone to warping or bending, because you got to set these pipes into the gravel with a dead blow hammer to get them to the right pitch. You get that 3/4 base stone really close, but you got to hammer these pipes into place. Or sometimes you have to lift them up a little bit, and you would use chipstone for that. But you need something solid. A lot of people get too thin of pipes, which is good for like a use or two, a few uses, and then they're not going to be true anymore. So you want to spend good money on nice thick gauge steel pipes, and you want them coated with something, either black paint or whatever that black coating is on like a gas pipe, or you can buy these galvanized steel pipes that like I got from Home Depot. They're just threaded on the ends. They're just for like water or something. I used to think that they were gas pipes, but they're not gas pipes. They're just threaded galvanized steel, probably for water. And you can buy them in the 10-foot section. That's what I have. And you can, after a while, when you collect a bunch of them, you can cut them into different sizes. I have 4-footers. I have a couple 7-footers or 6-footers or something like that. And, having, 6 to 10 of these pipes on a big patio project really helps. Or for a long walkway, you want to be able to set a bunch of them in a row. And that's going to give you the best gauge of how flat the walkway is going to be. Perfect. Those ones are set.
Sean came up with a new merch idea too.
Oh yeah?
It's a gray shirt, and on the front is a picture of me that says, "I'm right, you're wrong," and on the back is a yellow bucket.
I bet you that one would sell really good.
I would buy it.
Yeah.
I'd buy like 4.
The thing is, if I'm going to design it, it's going to say yellow, crossed out, orange underneath it. Or we can make both.
Yeah.
I'm right, you're wrong, orange bucket, and then I'm right, you're wrong, yellow bucket.
Yeah, but
and then let the viewers speak for themselves. Which one sells more?
The one crossed out with orange has to be your face on the front.
Okay, we'll have to do that. And then if my shirts sell more than yours, that means I'm right, you're wrong.
I think
I know that bucket's orange.
that is yellow.
I wouldn't call that yellow. I'd call that broom yellow.
That broom is darker yellow than that.
What do you think about an orange bucket transitioning to a yellow bucket?
Looks like they got pretty close.
I can't get over the fact that this was actually that color. So no matter how much that bucket wants to be yellow, it's a biological orange bucket. No matter how much lighter it's gotten, it was orange when it was born. That means it's still orange, Trav. What are you arguing for right now? You thinking that buckets can just change colors? I think once an orange bucket, always an orange bucket.
Fighting with you.
What do you mean?
They gotta side with the more
The
popular
Democrats
guy.
would be on your side.
They just wouldn't be on your channel.
The Democrats are the ones that think you can turn an orange bucket into a yellow bucket.
See, we're talking
Not
about,
the other side.
we're talking about buckets. We're not talking
No,
about,
no,
we're
no.
not
See,
talking
you're
about
trying to,
people right now.
you're just trying to make yourself sound better. That's okay. You can try.
See, I just know I'm right. Oh yeah? Tell them why you threw it away. Couldn't stand looking at my yellow bucket.
Tell them why you threw it away. I threw it away because it was broken. You know why it was broken? Hit it with a sledgehammer.
Because you knew it was yellow. Couldn't stand looking at the yellow.
Hey, I know I didn't need it around anymore. I got video evidence that I'm right.
I have a yellow bucket in my room.
This bedding material that I use is absolutely key to a long-lasting install, if you ask my opinion. Any kind of 3/8 or less clean crushed stone without any dust or fine particles in it is so good to have directly under your pavers. It helps keep them level, absorb the impact of whatever traffic is going over it, but it also allows water to travel through it freely. Unlike sand or stone dust, where that material is almost like a sponge, it's going to absorb water and hold on to it. And when winter months come, that's when you start to see a lot of expansion or contraction on a patio or paver patio or walkway, because the material is expanding when it freezes, and then when it thaws, it sinks. So there's a lot of movement during the winter. That's something this chip stone is really good for. It just allows water to go right through it, and even if there is moisture, all the empty spaces from it being crushed stone, the water can expand into without really moving the material as much. And another plus that I don't really talk about very often is that this material prevents ants. A lot of time pavers will shift because colonies of ants will come in under your patio or walkway and start disturbing that bedding sand. And then the bedding sand will start to move and shift. And when you walk over those pavers that's on that loose sand, it'll tilt them, it'll move them, they'll sink. And year after year, it just keeps moving. The ants can really wreak a lot of havoc for a patio project or a paver walkway. If you could fill that orange bucket up with chipstone out of the bucket, I'm gonna go dump the rest of the chipstone in the trailer and get the pavers up here. Ready to lay some pavers?
Yeah.
Alright.
Get your knife.
I did. I even put a fresh blade in. Imagine that. You know, your mom bought me this like 3 or 4 years ago.
Wow. What happened to one me and Reed?
They're all in the new box that you bought me. That's in my shed.
They're in the truck. Wow, it's a nice box.
It is a nice box. I got 2 of them. Haven't been able to change everything over. This is the pavers we're using. Techo Block Blue 60. Slate means it's textured. They have Blue 60 Smooth as well. Color tone shale gray. 117 square foot on a pallet. And that machine came up that steep incline with 3,148 pounds, Trav. It's pretty impressive.
Struggled a little.
Did struggle a little. And these pavers, there's no tag on it, but the small size in this bunch, this is a 6 by 13, this is a 13 by 13, and this is a 19 by 13. But you can buy the small ones, the 6 by 13 separate. And we did that, and the color tone on these ones is onyx black. And that's what we're gonna be using for the border. We're not doing a double border on this one. It's just these ones, and we're laying it as a sailor course. Sailor means the long way. Soldier means the upright way. I don't know. Yeah, it's always tough to tell until you put it down and show people. So to explain it better, say this is the walkway, a sailor course. The pavers would be like that. If you stand them the long way like this, that's a soldier course. We're doing a sailor course. We don't have to get too fancy with squaring everything up because this is a curved walkway. We're going to be starting right at the steps, which should be really close to square with the house. So we'll lay those ones first, and then as we lay everything out, all we got to do is step back every once in a while and look, make sure our joint lines are nice and straight. If they're not, adjust them a little bit. Can use our straight edge, like our level or something, but we're not going to be getting too crazy setting up string lines or anything like that. Putting a little bit more chipstone right here because the footing that they use for these steps are just pavers and they stick out a little bit. So if you want to set up a few of the sizes right here on the fabric, I can grab from there. I got like 2 handfuls of chipstone in each one of my boots right now. Might as well be walking barefoot on rocks. So I'm gonna find the center of this. It is 50.5 inches. So 25.25 is half. And I'm just gonna put this here as a reference. 25.25. Now, let's start with a square. Just trying to go square with the step there. 25.25.
It melts within the hour because there's nothing to insulate it.
Not sure a square will be enough for the curve. Oh yeah, it will. Oh yeah, it will. So if you watch my channel a lot, you know I use a paver made by a different manufacturer called Genest. And I like those pavers a lot, but I really like about the Blue 60 is that they're larger and there's less times where you have to set the small ones of the bundle more than the others because of how large even the small one is. So it just lays out quicker. And the bigger the paver, typically the more stable they are. Here we go, we got it started. Now this is going to be a quick curve. So if I put a rectangle, it's going to come out to right here. So we're going to do square, square. Because the border is going to come over like that quickly. Well, Trav, 2 tiers left, so about 90 square feet we laid. 90 something. I think I'm going to switch this. Trav's gonna blow this down, and then we're gonna start with the outer border, but we're gonna lay that in and mark it, cut it. You can get a curve like this marked out in a few different ways that are faster than laying the border out. You can lay like a PVC conduit pipe. You can put a bunch of them together and get a curve. If you know like the tent rails that go on a tent or a post, whatever you want to call them, that are like flexible, some people use that. And there's some hardscaping tools that have been designed and built for that very purpose. But I'm still just kind of old school and laying the pavers out exactly how I want it to look. You can get a curve with those other methods, but you still can't see exactly what the border pavers are gonna look like until you lay it in. So on a slight curve like this, I still like to lay the pavers out. As you can see in this time lapse, I kind of do a lot of adjusting, and that's what makes the the end curve and the end cut looks so good, is taking your time and finding that curve and not making any mistakes on it.
Pencil was missing out of the toolbox, so I grabbed a new one.
Hey, proud of you for thinking.
Yeah.
There it is. People are going to be wondering why I'm not using the Milwaukee. I still got to use the steel. Still got to use it.
Steel, gotta use it.
We got the border on the outside laid in. I'm happy with the curve. Trav, you happy with the curve?
Yeah, curve's nice.
So I did excavate a little extra over here than I needed to, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do a tight curve like this or if I was going to come straight out then wrap it. But if I would have done that, I don't think this curve would have looked as smooth. Probably starting right around here over, we're going to have to cut these pavers to get that gap a little bit tighter. So once we get this marked and cut, we'll be able to copy that curve on the other side, and then we'll make those cuts also. If you watch the channel, you know what I do. I'm gonna mark these lines with this pencil right here, red lead from Home Depot, and then I'm gonna score the line, and then once everything's scored, we're gonna blow it down, wash it off, and then as I cut all the way through, Trav's gonna use the hose so that we don't make too much dust, and pavers just cut a little bit better when you're cutting wet. So I was gonna bring the Milwaukee and use it, but I used it for all the cuts on that walkway, and I want to try this one again because it's kind of hard to tell, you know, if it's better, or I know it's heavier and not as balanced as this. That I'm gonna say hands down. This is a lot better to hold while you're cutting a long stretch like this. Tell you one thing, nothing against Milwaukee, that saw rips through concrete. Tested and true, that saw. You jealous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to squat.
There's a lot of those ones that are like more than a half a piece. I'll try to save and reuse on the opposite side. But anything less than half a piece, like this whole strip up to like there, I just get rid of them.
Remember when B put concrete all over your sock? Remember when B put concrete over everything?
Yep.
Your bucket.
Yep. You didn't care.
Nah, you didn't. Neither do I.
I know. I know that. Why you gotta be so careless? Mm-hmm.
Refreshing.
You know it's really refreshing? Falling in a lake with a blower on.
Yeah. Really refreshing.
That's really refreshing.
Using your new knife too.
Yeah. Guys,
What side? There, that corner?
right there, bro. Absolutely no joke. I just fell off the dock.
Look at him.
Dude, Benny, I'm absolutely soaked, dude. I can't wait to see the footage. I wish the time lapse was on up there, but it wasn't. Bro, I was walking and I thought I had one more step, bro, and by the time I realized I didn't. Dude, I was Ninja Turtle.
Is that your knife? Dude, it is.
The estimate I went and did last night, the guy wants a patio exactly like that. Same pavers like these, the blue 60, and also the same border. Mentioned the fact that I fell in.
A skinny black border. With
And then
big
the,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, who posted that? He said that would be a short.
What, a short of me falling in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get around to it.
Or are you just too embarrassed?
Too embarrassed? I wouldn't have put it in the real video if I was embarrassed.
It's in the real video?
Yeah.
So what do you like more? Steel or walkie?
They both have their own ups and downs. Who made that cut right there?
I think Benny did.
Yeah. Makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we're saving. If you want to make a pile right there.
Where?
Right there on the...
The edge?
Or actually over here. We'll bring them over here. One of them, actually 2 of the squares I'm going to use right now.
Slippery.
Hey, no excuses.
Slippery no slope.
No excuses now.
It's not an excuse, it's the truth.
Hey.
Don't like the truth, don't be here.
What'd you call me?
Yard.
Yard?
Yard.
Yard work?
Yard. Wednesday hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that right there. Oh, maybe it's a little bit of a illusion. Looks okay.
I don't think it's an illusion, I think it's a mistake.
Hey,
Come on, own up to your mistakes, Uncle.
you're harsh. You're a harsh guy.
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
What would I rather be, harsh or a liar?
It's a good question.
Harsh.
A harsh liar?
Oh yeah.
Actually, you know what? Leave that big one right there. I'm gonna use it. I think I can use that right here.
Small or big?
The big one. There we go. That'll work. So this is where Travis and I got to after 2 days. The first day we got the job site all set up, excavated and backfilled, and then we got about 100 square feet of pavers laid and some cuts done. The next day we installed the border, so we had to do some more cutting on the interior radius of the walkway. We got to set the pavers in and concrete the edge, but that's going to be the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If so, hit that like button, and you guys already know the deal. Till the next one, God bless. Peace.